I know you guys are excited about next generation just as much as I am, and I want to do my biggest giveaway ever. I'm giving away an Xbox Series S to one lucky subscriber. If you want to win this Xbox Series S, all you have to do is follow me on this YouTube channel, follow me on my Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. I will pick a random person on November 10th when the console releases, and I will pick one and I will send one to you. So, do those things if you want a freaking Xbox Series S. Que pasa to the pack? It is Pack here,
aka your mama's best friend.
NBA 2K21 on the next generation is coming out in literally 3 days. We are extremely close to a brand new generation of gaming. Now, if you're a PS5 user like me, you gotta wait a little longer, but for the most part, a lot of you that are getting the Xbox day one are getting this game really soon. And thinking about your build is really gonna matter because this year they've given us more control and more variety than ever before. And I'm here to break it down because we have a brand new build that was leaked to us by Ron G or Ron Jesus on YouTube that has been giving me all this information because either he has the game or he knows somebody has the game early, and he's been making builds and experimenting. The build's not perfect yet because he's still learning how to make correct builds, but still, I mean, he's showing us some crazy stuff that you can do. Before this video starts, so leave a like on this video because you have no clue how much it helps the channel out. Let me show you guys how crazy this build is. I want to show you guys the name first. A two-way threat. A two-way threat is literally the Kawhi Leonard build, or I guess according to 2K, a TJ Warren build, Latrell Sprewell. What we're learning is all these dudes had cornrows, so I mean, it's the cornrows build, right? So here's the situation, okay? So you have a 94 overall build so far. Here is the thing, the position is a small forward, height 6'7", 215 pounds, and a super long wingspan of 7'2". Now, I think the height is not going to matter itself. I mean, I do think that you can make yourself taller than ever now, and it's going to matter a lot more how tall you make your player. Like, tall players might actually be the norm this generation. But let's go into what this build is step by step and see how broken it is. So the close shot and the driving layup are 80 overalls. That's always been whatever and decent. I think driving layups have always been able to have a low rating and it doesn't really matter. The close shot does matter sometimes, like you do a little fade, so 80 overall is fine. You get a driving dunk of 95, so you're gonna be getting the craziest contact dunks, the craziest posters, the craziest dunks, and the craziest alley-oop and alley-oop contact dunk. And I'm so excited about that because I want a player that can yam it on anybody in any situation. And being 6'7", you're gonna be able to dunk on basically anybody. But the shooting part is the important part. The fact that you can become a 95 dunk rating, right? But now you can have a 92 midi and an 86 three-point shot, which is not low at all, by the way. Is crazy. Now, it is capped out at 86. Like he cannot make it higher than 86 overall. But that also depends on what he's been putting his attributes in, how tall he is, and arm length and things like that. If he had shorter arms or if he made himself a little shorter, he probably could be able to shoot better and still have that kind of dunk rating. The free throw doesn't exactly matter because he just kept it low. But the pass accuracy is insanely high. I'd probably lower that a little bit just so I can put in more into finishing or even shooting badges. But still, pass accuracy 93. You have ball handle at 83, which is gonna allow you to make those like pro dribble moves, which is what you want as a player. So 83 ball handle is insanely important. Speed of the ball is 84, so you're still really fast with the ball at all times, which is also extremely important. And then you have defense. The interior defense is nothing, but the perimeter defense is 95 and the steal is 95, which is crazy. Think about how insane this is. This build can have 95 dunk, 83 ball handle with pro dribble moves, 86 3 with a 92 midi, and elite perimeter defense. I mean, we're talking about somebody, and by the way, they're fast, they have extremely long arms, and they're tall. This is absolutely the most broken build ever. Now, I can't exactly tell what the speed is or the acceleration. It's kind of hard to tell because it's really blurry. I think that says 84, and you can bump up the acceleration more. I'd probably drop down like free throw and maybe even pass accuracy to get some more speed. That would be great because I'm not trying to be slow. You know, like speed is really important in this game. It's always been extremely important in 2K, but I think it's gonna be even more important next year. But overall, like the idea of this build is really good, and it just a little touches here and there could make this literally a demigod. Like I don't see what the real problem is with this build. Now, there is a couple things. Obviously, you get a little slower, but whatever. The badges, you only have 10 finishing, 10 shooting, and 13 defense, but you get 25 playmaking. I would not need that many playmaking badges. I would drop my pass accuracy a little bit just so I can get more shooting badges. I maybe would drop my steal rating to get some more finishing badges, something like that. I mean, it kind of just depends on how I want to play. I'm okay with having only 10 finishing badges as long as I can be extremely good at everything else, like personally. Then still, it would still be a two-way finisher. You'd still be 6'7", so like you'd be taller than everybody on the court, and it would be absolutely broken. I mean, think about how crazy this build is. You are an elite defender, right? In the perimeter at least, and at the same time you can break people's ankles, shoot over them, and even shoot contested shots, and then dunk on anybody. So you cannot be guarded and no one can score on you because you're clamping up. It is going to be an absolutely crazy year. Now there is some things that are going to matter, like if you're a small forward, that means you're going to be able to need to guard bigs as well sometimes, so that means you might need to like bump up some of your interior defense. There's definitely a lot of ways to play with these builds, but I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. There's so much depth here that I didn't even expect. Here's another one that he made, is a lot more defensive focused, and this one's 6'9", but even though it has 74 speed, which is pretty slow, at the same time, look at its defense with a 95 interior, 95 block, 95 offensive rebound, and 95 defensive rebound, while you still get a 70 ball handle with good passing accuracy. You can still shoot threes at about like a 70 something. You can't really tell because it's blurry, but it's about in the 70s or maybe even higher. And then it has a driving dunk of 95, and you can still poster anybody. So even bigs this year are kind of broken. Like, think about, like, no matter what build you make this year, you're broken. And I've always said, I prefer all these builds to be broken than some builds to be way more broken than others. It's as simple as that. It's a lot more fun when everybody's good, because if only some people are good because they only have specific builds, and then you waste your time on your build that's absolutely terrible, it makes the game a lot less fun. That's just how I feel about it. If centers can shoot and dunk and dribble and play defense the same way that guards can do it, just a little better and faster, I feel like that's fair enough, because in real life, there's some people that can do everything pretty well. They might have to sacrifice something, which is in this game, if you want to get everything really good, you're going to have to sacrifice your three-point shot, your standing dunk, even defense in some situations, but your offense is going to be so broken that it might not even matter to you. But there's so many ways that you can really do this that is so crazy. And I'm so excited because I am so ready to play this next generation and make the build that I want to make. It's going to be basically good at everything and get good badges in every category. That's what I'm wanting so bad. And I'm so excited to get into that point in the next generation and play with you guys very, very soon. Xbox dudes are going to have a lot more advantage of this because they're going to have a lot more time to play it and they're going to get a little more ahead. I mean, they're 3 days away from this, basically. So they're already like planning on this build. And so it does matter. Knowing what build you're going to make is going to matter when you start the game. I suggest you try to make a build that as long as it can contact dunk, it can shoot decently well, it has elite ball handle, and then you have defense in one area, either be perimeter or interior defense, you are going to be good. But also try to make yourself as fast as you can. You're going to be a good build. So that is my advice. I'm excited about this next generation, you guys. What build are you going to make? Do you guys like the two-way threat? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.